Why, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea Silvestro. If you don't know, feel free to subscribe, ring the bell, do all those things. Today we are here to react to another Alip video, and I have never seen this one, and you guys always comment about it, so I had to check it out. So it is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, which is a pretty iconic song. So there's a lot that can be good, a lot that can go wrong, because since it's so iconic, like, you gotta switch it up. But yeah, feel free to also use my description if you're in the market for a new guitar. I have Sweetwater links where you can get everything below. So feel free to check that out, and we will get on with the video. Beautiful, oh my goodness. So he's playing a cork guitar, which is pretty cool. They are good guitars from what I've heard and what I've seen. I really like the cutaway. It allows him to get to those higher notes. This is already such a beautiful rendition, and honestly, like, he's making that guitar sing in a way that he always does. Like, he always makes the guitar, I don't know, he always like brings such life to the guitar where it becomes like its own entity and like sings the song in the most beautiful possible way. I feel like his guitar parts are always just very moving. I don't know what it is, but I feel like he's just able to balance the original and like his own spin on it so well that it just creates like this beautiful rendition of the song. And I feel like it gives you a new perspective on the song in general, because obviously he's playing like pretty similar notes, like basically playing the song as is, except you're hearing it on the guitar and he's like putting all these slides in and stuff, and I feel like it gives it such depth and movement as we're going through the song. And yeah, I am a little shook. I love it. So let's continue. Beautiful. I hate to pause it, but I know I have to because of copyright, guys. I'm so sorry, but wow, like the fact that he was playing like the main melody on one hand, and then he's like putting in the back, like, you know how like you hear in the back like the extra instruments in the back, like do 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 do. The fact that he's playing both like an electric guitar part and the melody at the same time is just so I love the way that he chose to do it, because it just makes so much sense and it sounds so good. He does such a masterful job at tapping the strings. Like, it literally sounds crystal clear when he does it, and I think it sounds beautiful, and I really think it added such depth to the guitar part. Like, if you were just to have that main melody, like, it would have been still beautiful, but I feel like the fact that he even was able to fit in this tapping part that he does, oh my gosh, it sounds so incredible. I love it. And I feel like it gives, like, as I mentioned, like, he just has so much depth to his arrangements, and it's because he's not just thinking about like the main melody, he's thinking about rebuilding like the whole track in a way that makes sense, in a way that's possible, in a way that sounds really great. And obviously, like, he's really, this song, I feel like more than in the last few last few performances I've seen, there's a lot of slides, and also this is like acoustic instead of an electric, which I've been seeing him play more recently. But like the slides, the fact that he's also sliding to the right places every single time perfectly, like there's a lot of room for error if you know anything about sliding around the guitar neck. But yeah, he's absolutely killing it. And the fact that he's also just mic'd up with this tiny little mic and it sounds that good, like I'm so shook. But I guess like since it being that close to the sound hole, it's able to pick up the vibrations really well and clearly. But we'll continue. Sorry guys, that was really long-winded. There it is again, guys. The fact that he's also getting the kind of like percussive feel with his hand, you can kind of see it like hitting against the guitar and the guitar strings, like the right hand. That is something I didn't realize before. I don't know if that's like he just added that, but even the fact that he's kind of has 3 parts going on at once. Like first off, he has like the main melody, he has that tapping part, and then he has like the main percussion. Like he's really so in sync, and I guess like the percussion probably helps him keep him in time, which could be definitely difficult if you're just playing on your own and you're playing like kind of a difficult guitar part, because a lot of people tend when they're playing something more difficult to rush through it, so it's easy to lose like your rhythm and your steadiness. So I think that must help him as well. But regardless, he probably keeps tempo without it. But like, yes. Anyways, like it just all that to say that he is really out here creating such a beautiful dynamic guitar part, and I love it with all these different elements. Before we get to this part, like it was just so melodic, so beautiful. Like I will honestly not be over it. Like this is kind of the guitar parts that I love to listen to. Like they just sound so nice, and like it makes you feel something so innate that you can't even explain. Like I don't know how to explain to you guys, but like he just makes the guitar sing, and like there's so many note selections and just like transitions that he does that just sounds so pleasing. Like there's like probably like 10 timestamps already that I could go back to and just be like, this part, this tiny bit, so good. Like yeah, I feel like this is like, the song is so iconic, but it's like a newfound appreciation, just like the most lovely, beautiful, relaxing, atmospheric version ever. I can't. first, before we get to the next part, whoa, the speed that he played this with, like his hand was actually moving so quickly I didn't even see it. But this is so impressive because in the original, like that's obviously like the vocal part and there's multiple vocals and not just one guy singing the entire thing, like one take. But the fact that he's just actually playing every single tiny part is crazy. And the fact that these transitions between these, like, he's going from one side of the neck to the other, and the fact that everything is so seamless is honestly really impressive. If I were to learn this, it would take so long. Oh my goodness. Like, it seems like there's a lot of different shapes. Like, you know, one thing with guitar is like it's very shape based and you could just slide shapes around and it'll sound like pretty good. But like I feel like his shapes are changing a lot and he's like going from one to the other. It's such speed. I'm so impressed. He is such a he's a master. Like, I think we all know that. This is a really beautiful composition that he created for guitar. I don't have words. Like, it sounds so good. And I honestly could see myself listening to this a lot. Those pull-offs and hammer-on, so good. He's so incredible. Oh my goodness. Like, I was just kind of watching, like, I feel like now I'm just like intensely studying his guitar skills and like what he's playing, because like I'm not the best guitarist, but like it's kind of interesting to see like how the shapes are changing and like how he's just kind of like the scales that he's playing and like at the speed that he is, etc. It's just kind of like interesting to see his see his left hand on this moment. Why did I get chills at the end? He gives me chills. Like, this is probably like one of the few guitarists that gives me chills, because I love a good guitar part. I love a good acoustic guitar part. I love a good electric guitar part. But I feel like it's very rare that I get like physical chills from guitar parts and guitar players, because I mean, something sounds good, but it's not like giving me chills like actually everywhere. But the way that he plays is just so delicate and so beautiful. And I also love fingerstyle guitar. So if you don't know what that means, like obviously he's here playing with just his hands. He's not playing with a pick, because often like we use guitar picks to play and it kind of just makes it sound louder and you're able to kind of accent more things. But with fingerstyle, I feel like you get such a delicate part of the guitar, and you're able to capture like that fragility that the guitar can create, especially if you're playing an acoustic. And I personally like solely like playing guitar, fingerstyle guitar, and a lot of what fingerstyle guitar is using certain patterns with your right hand, like your picking hand. And there's a lot of like super common ones that are not that hard to learn. I feel like whenever you play this kind of style on guitar, it always just sounds so nice. And I think it's one of my favorite styles. Like obviously I can't play like this, but even like super basic chords, if you do like some fingerstyle finger picking pattern on top of it, then like it sounds incredible already. So that's all this to say, I love this genre of guitar, and I feel like this cover was really incredible. And I think like parts of what make it so incredible is first off the musicianship and the ear of Alip, because I think when he makes these renditions, like he has so much creative liberty, and I really appreciate like how he honors the guitar. I really appreciate how he honors the entire song and how he wants to put all the elements into his cover. And I think like that's something so unique, and it's not just him focusing on the melody, it's him focusing on basically every part of the song and trying to bring it to life through his guitar playing. And I think he always does such an efficient and great job at that, and I think that's why so many of you guys really appreciate him as a guitar player, because he's not only does he have the skill, but he has like that great musicianship and that great ear to create such moving covers and moving compositions. And I think that is definitely continued through this cover. And there's so many parts that I wish we could go back and like relive and re-listen to. I don't know, like there's just something magical about this man. There's something magical about the way he plays guitar, and the fact that also his technique is his technique is actually pristine. Like he can do it all. He has great rhythm, he can basically play anything, and it sounds so clean. Like the fact that he's sliding probably like thousands of times down the guitar, and there was not really like, nothing sounded buzzy, everything sounded super clear. And obviously you would assume that like guitar players are good at guitar and can make that sound really clear, but like the fact that this is all one take, like super complex, very technical, it's just him, like and he's able to keep such good rhythm, and also first off also remember everything that is going on. This is like a very complex piece, like without anything, like without any I'm assuming there's no like paper, like the fact that he knew this all by memory, like there's just so much that's impressive about him, and it goes beyond just like the sound. Like I just have a deep appreciation for Alip, and I feel like you guys really helped bestow that appreciation upon me, because there's just so much that you can appreciate. There's just so much to love about this man and his musicianship, and I really love that there's someone like Alip on the internet, which is basically just him playing guitar and getting millions of views. And that is so classic, and it really is a testament to his talent and his skill, and I'm glad that he's out here getting the recognition he deserves, because he's actually really incredible. And you know, sometimes I'm a little skeptical when people love someone and they're commenting incessantly nonstop about them, but this is definitely one that I will co-sign off on as being really worth the hype, because how can you hate on this? This is stunning, like beautiful. I don't know what else you guys want me to say. I feel like I just ran it for like 7 minutes right there about how Alip is like insanely, incredibly talented, etc. But yeah, I will definitely be adding this to the repertoire, because I really think this sounds really nice. Does he have these things on Spotify or something? Because this with like rain in the background and like a little bit of lo-fi would just sound so nice. You know what I'm saying? I just love this genre of just chill vibes. Fingerstyle guitar, like in the rain, or like in the elements with the nice flowy wind, or like some nice, I don't know, wind chimes or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I get such a great feeling after watching these videos. Beautiful. Like what else am I supposed to say? I'm sorry if that was a lot of thoughts all at once I was throwing at y'all, but that's just kind of my honest feedback. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what other things I should react to, because I'm sorry for speaking so much. Oh my gosh, I just had so much to say throughout this whole thing, and beautiful. Let's listen to like the last like 10 seconds just for fun. Beautiful. It's so crisp. I can't believe he got this audio from that little mic. That's so impressive. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I loved listening to that, and I would love to listen to more Alip, so please send it my way. Feel free to subscribe, ring the bell, and support me. Thank you. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!